Mitch from Hard Intentions YouTube channel. We also have HARDINTENTIONS.com where we sell T-shirts, hats, and all that good stuff. Please check us out. You know, recently there's been videos released of different things in the motorcycle genre, but I think it applies to life in general. And so, start with I grew up in a time when, when you made a decision to go a certain way or do a certain thing, you kind of stuck with it. If you had a job, you worked it till you got laid off or fired, if you had a group of friends, that was your friends, I still have friends from when I was in the joint and from before I went to the joint. Some of who I've seen, I haven't seen my brother. I don't want to just say homeboy, but my brother, Joey, I haven't seen him since 1979. I've seen him twice since I've been out. So when you make a decision like, hey, these are my friends, whatever. So that's why I have friends, and not the thing is, I also said, once you commit to something, that's part of that era I grew up in. That's what you commit to, there are guys that do things, make decisions to join up with certain groups of people. And then later on in life, they can get an outdate, because they're honorable dudes, But, and then there's other guys that go out sideways, whatever. But, and then there's everything in between. It's a gray area, So, this guy has this channel, and he was in a club out east, right? A motorcycle club, and then he quit for whatever reason. I don't know. And, but he made his whole YouTube career about speaking about motorcycle clubs. To me, everything I've ever seen is him talking about motorcycle clubs by name, using newspaper articles and all that stuff. And then, that's cool. When I was in the pen, there was a guy who used to publish a newsletter for all the guys at motorcycle clubs everywhere about motorcycle news. But it wasn't sensationalized. It was just news. And if you were in a club, your brothers on the street could register you to get this newsletter. See, so it was a righteous biker thing. But to have a YouTube channel and sensationalize things that, you're no longer a part of because, you quit your club. To me, my line of thinking is that's cool, but, you're participating in the same thing you just walked away from, and then it gets back to reasons, some guys have careers that take them in a different direction. They can't fulfill their commitments or obligations. They're still good people, anyway, you don't, I don't know. I just don't see getting on here and making a career out of that, because I'm not a part of it, no matter who my friends are, from prison or before prison. It's not my business to do that. So especially once you've been in it and then you step out of it, I don't understand that, and then so this guy made a video, a couple of them talking about an incident with a club that started in Los Angeles and their politics of what was going on in that thing, giving his opinion. It's just my opinion, he would say. But here's the deal. You don't live in California. You live on the other side of the country. And he's speaking about it, and I told my friends that, I said my piece about it, I really hope that all this stuff doesn't lead to guys going to prison, basically. But, which would mean it's not true, And then about a week later, he said the motorcycle clubs are dead, and he was going to step away from the motorcycle genre, or the butt club genre, excuse me, and just talk about motorcycles. Well, I thought that's what motorcycle clubs are all about anyway, motorcycles. Which just leads me to believe you're talking about clubs for all the wrong reasons. But my point is, why talk about it? Why go there? You left that scene. I'm not a part of that scene. I don't talk about all that shit because it's none of my business. And I don't know their business. And I'm sure you don't know the business of the people that you're talking to. So we had a comment on my live the other night and said if how'd it go? If people are talking about you, how did it go? In other words, if they're talking about certain stuff, they're talking to the cops. Everybody knows that. It was pretty interesting when the guy commented it, but you can't perpetuate the fucking media bullshit because it's bullshit and it's sensationalism. I don't do it, and I don't think somebody who stepped away from it should do it. Look, I know guys that I said last night on the live. I know guys that stepped away from shit and they got their life together and they're living a good life. They stepped away for a reason and they held true to that reason. Like, hey, I don't want to be involved in bullshit no more. I'm stepping away. I don't have time. I got a job. I got a career. I got a family. The guy's still good. He's still good, right? That does happen. And I know some of them, from all different walks of life, but if you step away and then still play it, my channel to me started just me telling my story because my story could be anybody's story. My story could be the guy in some Supermax or, guy rolling around, on two wheels. The guy next to you in the supermarket. You never know whose story's what. But, I didn't start this channel to get into sensationalism. So when people that do, once it backfires on them, they change their direction, I guess. If you stay with whatever you are, like I never claimed to be a fucking super tough dude. I'm just telling my story. I never claimed to be shit. That would put me in the light of sensationalism, I'm just a regular dude that did some time and got his shit together. And without the help of my family and my friends, it wouldn't have been as easy, Yeah. Sensationalism sucks, but seems to be the way to go. Anyway, I just wanted to make a video about that because I spoke about it. And personal feelings with a lot of guys I know say that dude got checked and decided to change his direction. It wasn't his own choice, Yeah. And, what's that song say? If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine. You guys take care, have a good day, and do it hard. Whatever you do, remember, do it hard.